Hi Aquarius, I hope that you are well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic. This is a psychic love reading for May 2020. So what does that mean? So most of you know me. I work with the help of my spirit guides and I interpret the information that I get from spirit to help you navigate through this month. As we are in rare times at this time, I'm also taking into account that anything to do with this pandemic that may also affect your love life, I will include into this reading other than I normally would. So I like to crack right into the reading to see what Spirit has to say. But again, if you're watching this and you would like to know more about me and my services, all the information is just down below. Okay, so I have to say, Aquarius, is because you're in your fourth month or something now of Saturn being in your chart, and Saturn is quite tough. You may be feeling this pandemic more than any other sign in terms of feeling more restricted than normal with everything, not just your love life. You feel like the sign that cannot wait for this to be over with, and it feels like as soon as it is, you've got this plan and that plan and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. There is this need in you to just want to get on with life. Like you're done with the lockdown now, you're done with the restrictions, you're done with it holding you back. So how does that play out in your relationships? I have to say it does depend on who you're interested in or who you're dating or who you are married to. For those who are with air signs or water signs, you feel like there is something off in the connection. You feel a bit, particularly if they don't live with you and particularly if they live far from you, so they're not even local, you feel a great sense of lack of participation from them, that you feel deceit, possibly, you feel not so good. Whereas the difference with Aquariuses who are interested in wanting to be with or in marriages or relationships with earth signs or fire signs, you actually feel very content, and particularly again if they live far from you or a distance from you, you don't live together, that you really can't wait to see them in the flesh. And that's one of the things that you're just like, come on, we just need to get this over and done with now. My guides are saying, going forward in this month, the one thing that that Spirit want to teach you a little bit, particularly because you have this bigger need than anybody else, but also because you've got Saturn in your sign, which is restrictive because Saturn kind of halts things or stops things in order to help you to grow, and sometimes Saturn does it in a really tough way. My guides are trying to say you are looking at your options now in your love life. You're also looking at your options in terms of what you do afterwards, whether you go and see somebody, whether you go and date somebody. But they're saying you're only looking at it almost a little bit like it's this way or it's that way. Like one or two things should happen, and they want to say it's the word should, that you think you should be doing, or that person should be doing this. And they're saying you're missing another path, a path that you can create, one that is unique because you thought about it. This is hard because I'm trying to generalize this, but I think this could apply even to work, career, personal, money when it comes to you in this month. They're saying look at all things, not just, oh, it has to be this way or it has to be that way, that it can be a new way, a very unique way that's never been done before, that you create. So let me give you an example. With those of you who are with the air signs and the water signs who are a bit problematic, you may be in a place where they should be contacting me and this should happen, that should happen, and I want them to do this and I want them to do that, that perhaps you're missing the other middle path, which is perhaps what you could do to control that more, or to step away from that more, or to be creative. So again, maybe their lack is to do with, maybe they don't have the technology to be in contact with you, or maybe they don't have money on their mobile phone. What is the creative solution to help remedy that situation? With those of you who are in the more solid connections, again, you might be saying, okay, as soon as we're gone, I'm gonna go and travel and meet them, and this should happen, and they should want to do that, and it's probably more likely that they will. But I don't know, like it just feels like, and maybe I'm not. I don't think I'm articulating it very, very well. That my guys are pretty much saying there is a middle path. There's another choice that you can get to that would make you feel like you were being satisfied about getting your needs met sooner. I think I slightly get it a little bit more now. Sorry, as I do this, I'm literally interpreting the information as I go. So, for example, particularly because they're focusing very, very much on those who are not living in your household that you have a relationship with, that one of the creative solutions could be that you arrange more time online in a creative way, if you get what I'm talking about, instead of doing as you have at the moment, which is through the odd phone call or the odd FaceTime. They're saying there is a creative path that you could be doing that brings you closer together. Hope I'm making sense. Again, just to bring in, and I know this is normally a love reading, but they're saying when it comes to work, the same applies. You might be stuck on something where you're thinking, well, it has to be this way or another way. So, for example, they're bringing up money. You might be furloughed at the moment and you're thinking, well, I need to claim this, or I can't have that. But they're saying, but if you're creative, you could use this time to actually find yourself a new self-employment funnel that is unique, because we're in furlough, because we're in lockdown. That is unique to you. There is something about Saturn pushing your back for you to realize that you don't have to conform, that you could do things differently in this time. And it will calm down and temper this need to just, I want this to be over, and how that might be frustrating you and making you feel trapped a little bit. Because the trouble with that is it could come out in the way you are with people, if you're making it, if you're feeling like hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Because I feel like that energy with the pandemic might be also how it's being transferred in the relationships that you're with, which might be why your air sign or water sign is being a bit resistant, because they're just like, whoa, too much. Do you get what I mean? It's a bit of both. There's I said it's complicated because I'm trying to generalize this. In the third week, I do feel like you'll have more time to address that specific issue, to make better plans, to be more creative. And in fact, maybe more Aquariuses find me in the third week because they are in that place of looking for creative solutions. And then you seem to calm down because you have a plan, or you've found a solution that is creative and unique to you in your love life, or your work, or your marriage, or your career, that makes you feel a little bit more at peace and less edgy. I also feel like as we get to the end of May, not everybody, but a lot of people will be feeling this lockdown come off them, that they would feel like they have a lot more freedom to be able to not feel so trapped, and to do the things, and to see their person, and to be with their person. Or maybe if you've been living with them for 8 weeks, that you'll be happy to not be around them. Whatever, you just feel better and are able to give. Because I think for you, part of why your sign in particular is coming up as feeling more antsy and trapped about this pandemic is because you just want to get on with things. You've got these ideas, these plans, you've got this relationship, you just want to get things moving. And by the end of the month, for most, you're able to do that. And so you feel better. But use the time before that productively to create your own new path. I really hope this makes sense, because this one was slightly complicated. I do apologise, but I have to give it as it comes through. Again, if you'd like to know something about your own specific situation, then just the links are just down below, and I'll be back again next month. Take care now. Bye.